Excellent. So kia ora, everyone. My name is Ryan Woodfall. I'm a director with Fast Enterprises. As you can probably tell from my accent, I am originally from the United States. I've lived in Wellington here for about the last 6 years. I do know not a lot of people have ever heard of us as a company, but I can certainly assure that most of you have probably experienced some of our software if you've ever logged into Inland Revenue's MyIR portal. So the work that we do as a company is we are really a government software provider, and we facilitate off-the-shelf software to provide services for government agencies. And those services basically span everything from tax, social policy, driver's license, motor vehicles, unemployment insurance, child support, and a wide variety of different, like I said, government initiatives that we support worldwide. We do work across the globe in about 83 different government agencies across the world. And we implement software, like I said, for a wide variety of different styles of government. Now, a little bit of history about FAST, we actually started out in 1997, where we had 7 founding partners, and they were working for various consulting agencies kind of throughout the globe. And they were implementing these tax systems kind of from country to country. In fact, they implemented the old system that used to exist here in New Zealand, and they recognized all of these commonalities between systems, and they were kind of reinventing the wheel with each place that they went. So they kind of went away. They developed a product. Our first product was called Gentax, and that was a commercial off-the-shelf system for processing taxes. So you can imagine taxes everywhere have some relative similarities in that you have to file returns, you have to make payments, you have to be able to account for your revenue. All of those same factors exist in all tax agencies. So they realized we don't need to build the same system over and over again. We can build a system that's configurable depending on where we go in the world. So in 97, they quit their job as consultants. They started up FAST, and they got to work building out Gentax. Now, in 1999, they went to a conference in British Columbia, and they sold Gentax to their first client. So they worked with BC to get that first rollout over the line, and from there it just kind of snowballed. And they, as you can imagine, in the U.S., where there's 50 states, there's 50 potential clients that they can then work with. So their next client was the state of Idaho, and then it snowballed from there. Now, as I mentioned before, FAST does a lot more than just tax nowadays. So we expanded from there in 2009. We got our first unemployment insurance project. So you may have heard some news recently with the recent budget announcement around unemployment insurance coming to New Zealand potentially. So it's a very, very similar operation in the United States, where if you do become redundant or unemployed, that there's a program out there for the government to help facilitate you getting back on your feet. And that's exactly what that insurance program does. In addition to that, after 2009 and 2011, we expanded into the driver's license and motor vehicle registration systems with Arkansas as our first client there. And since then, we've rapidly expanded into other states in terms of driver's license. In fact, our business is now, we do sit on the ISO board for mobile driver's licenses, and we've been working very hard for the last few years to generate some technology that would facilitate digital driver's licenses, and you'd be able to carry that on your phone with you. And then our most recent product is here in New Zealand. At the conclusion of the business transformation program with Inland Revenue, we replaced the core child support system that IR uses to both collect and distribute child support from liable parents and onto the receiving carers. Now, this new branch of our system has been built in such a way that it'll be configurable for other agencies as well. So we definitely hope to expand our child support product into other governments as well. I've talked a little bit about kind of the work that we do, but this is just kind of some of the examples of some news articles that have hit the headlines about some of FAST's work. So as you may not have heard of us, you probably have noticed that your guys' income tax assessments are now automated for the majority of New Zealanders. That was done with the FAST software Gentax. So we got to New Zealand about 6 years ago, and we've been working with Inland Revenue to replace their core mainframe backend with Gentax. So now when you log on to MyIR, you're actually logging into the e-services portal of Gentax, where you can actually do all of the different interactions with Inland Revenue that you need to do digitally instead of being a predominantly paper-based organization. So it's one of the better advancements we've made for New Zealanders, but certainly not the only thing. Over the COVID pandemic, we've actually been very, very busy implementing things like the small business cash flow scheme and also the COVID support payments and resurgence support payments. And we will be working diligently to get this new cost of living payment over the line before August. So it's just a little bit about what we do, but really the nature of our work is predominantly government in nature. The beauty of that is that you really have the opportunity to make substantial impact across the entire country with the work that you do every day. Simplifying the tax system, simplifying the interactions that people have with Inland Revenue, hopefully makes it easier for all New Zealanders to comply with the tax system. And also, like I said, you get to see your impact on the national level. So to give you an idea of where we're located, so we are, like I said, we are a global company. We are all over the place. I came here by way of Malaysia. So I was on the Malaysia project where we implemented a system there for GST. We have projects in Europe in both Finland and Poland. And then, as I mentioned before, a very large presence in the US as well. So, and this is across all of our different product lines. These are all of the different organizations that are all the different locations that we work. Now, with that said, the internships that we're offering right now are based in Wellington. So the internship program that we are offering will be in partnership with Inland Revenue. So you'd be working with us on our project here. And we would be basically planting you into a team where you'd work with a team lead. You'd be assigned basically a miniature project that you'd be able to oversee throughout that summer internship timeframe. Now, in addition to the internships, we do have full-time roles available as well for undergraduate degrees. So if you have a bachelor's degree in computer science or management information systems, we have full-time implementation consultant roles available as well here in Wellington. Now, after a few years of experience with us here on site, the opportunity to transfer overseas is available. It's just something that obviously we would need to find the right opportunity for and have willing people to relocate over there, but it's not a requirement. You're not required to necessarily relocate overseas. We have plenty of work here in Wellington to keep us busy for the foreseeable future. Excellent. So what really makes a good FASTie and kind of what we're looking for in terms of new employees is a few different key attributes. So the nature of our work is not necessarily just nose down coding. We're not writing code all day. It's very much a consultant role. So you are using your communication skills, you're using your interpersonal skills to work with the client to figure out exactly what their business problem is. And then you take their business problem away and you develop a technical solution to solve that problem. So we really do require problem solvers, and we do pride ourselves in being problem solvers as well. So somebody that's able to take a difficult problem and come up with creative solutions is definitely the type of people that we're looking for. Independent workers, people that are very self-motivated, very flexible, that's really what we target in terms of our key hiring group. So communication skills is essential. Like I said before, we are looking for folks that are going to be good consultants and are able to act as the expert for our clients as they work every day. So in terms of the technical competencies that we're looking for, so there's a few different areas of our business that we do operate in. Predominantly, the work that we do in terms of the code that we write is in visualbasic.net. That is being changed over the next year. So in October, we'll kick off an initiative to migrate our code base from VB into C#. So definitely an exciting time for us as we're switching our core programming language, but our database will remain the same. We do use a SQL Server backend. So the technologies that you're getting to interact with is going to be predominantly a .NET architecture utilizing a SQL Server backend database. Now, as I said before, the nature of the role as a FASTI is definitely not a nose down coding role. We have a core product that's already built. It's a off-the-shelf product that we then configure, and we also do some development along the side in order to basically meet the needs of the agencies that we work with. So everywhere that we go is a different set of problems, it's a different set of configuration, but it's the same core code that underlines the solution that we're using. So the project that I worked at in Malaysia, we're using the same code that we use here in New Zealand. We've just configured the solution to behave in order to meet the requirements of New Zealand. As I mentioned before, consulting is a huge part of the gig. It's very, very important that we're able to take problems away from our client, work out a creative solution, work with them side by side, and then kind of jointly deliver that solution into the production environment. We have a strong training team. The trainers within FAST really work hard to work with the training staff of our clients. So that it is very much a train the trainer environment for our trainers, where we're working with them hand in hand so then that way they can go out and deliver training to the wider organization. And then also we are involved in testing coordination as well. So obviously, as you can imagine, delivering a solution of this scale requires a pretty strong testing approach. So our testing coordinators work hand in hand with the agency in order to coordinate all of the different bits and bobs that are required in terms of testing out the solution over the course of an implementation. So the key roles that we have available right now, like I said before, we are offering internships over the summer program for our implementation consultant role. In addition to that, we do have full-time roles available for implementation consultants, and some other kind of key interesting roles that we do have available throughout the organization would be our technical team member. That team member is more architecture focused and focused on servers, server management, database management, and really the network infrastructure that the application resides on. And then we have a conversion team member. We aren't hiring for any conversion team members here in New Zealand anymore because we've finished the implementation portion of the project. So we've already completed converting all of the data out of the legacy system here. So. And then the training coordinator position as well. Now, because we have finished the implementation here, we don't have any training spots open right now, but we are still accepting applications. So the next thing I want to talk about is so we've talked a little bit about the types of people that we're definitely looking for. In addition to that, the kind of one of the key reasons why employees join FAST and why I feel you should choose FAST is there's a lot of perks and benefits, but really the people that you get to work with every day make this company as great as it is. So I work with some of the most intelligent people I've ever interacted with in my life, and I love coming to work every day because I do get to interact with some very, very highly competent, highly intelligent people. And they truly just become your family. So the people that I interact with, some of my best friends on this planet, are all FASTies. So the benefits, so FAST prides itself in its benefit and compensation packages. We certainly aim to deliver above market in terms of our benefit packages. So that includes things like health insurance. It definitely includes a competitive salary and all of the other kind of perks that come along with it, including things like fast organized events, different casual events with your coworkers, game nights, movie nights, and all of the different fun things that we take part in our culture. We also offer some, in addition to the competitive salary and benefits package that we also offer a fast pause. Every 4 years as a full-time FASTie, you qualify for a 4-week 4-week paid leave, where we encourage you to go out and pursue your passion. So this is an opportunity for you to take 4 weeks away from the job. Doesn't eat into your annual vacation time or anything like that. It's just a 4-week leave period for you to go out and like I said, pursue your passion. So some other reasons, you get to see the world. I have absolutely gotten to see the world through FAST. I've had opportunities to travel to, like I said, live in Asia, to travel to Europe, all over the US, and obviously here to New Zealand now. So my wife and I we have 3 kids born in 3 countries. So working with FAST has definitely enabled me to expand my horizons beyond the small state of North Dakota in the US. So excellent. So the next thing, I'm going to try to play this video for you guys really quickly. We'll see if the sound
Hi,
comes through.
I'm Lauren.
Dominic.
Right,
Courtney.
Maggie.
David, James,
Steph. Kelly. Carmen.
Eric.
Julio, Chase,
Moana. Lindsay. Shayna.
Chad,
Michelle.
Ben.
Tyler, Karen, Dan, Brian,
Brenda.
Omar,
Twin.
Trent, John,
Ryan.
Matt.
My FASTy fact is I'm a certified yoga instructor. I am a new mom.
I love to cook for my coworkers.
I hit my first one-on-one this year.
I am a welder.
I am a big fan of dance moms.
I've biked across Iowa 3 times. I'm an avid sports fan. I'm an avid reader of military history.
And I ran my first marathon this summer and only lost 3 toenails.
I love rock music.
I have 4 boys.
I am not a bad driver.
My dad is Santa Claus.
I love bluegrass music.
I've officiated 3 weddings.
I ran the Boston Marathon in 2011.
I chose FAST because I was looking for a company where my contributions would be used every single day.
I really love the aspect of being able to travel all while doing what I love.
I love that everyone works really hard but takes the time to get to know one another.
Because I wanted to be part of a company that was really out there accomplishing something. Because I wanted to contribute to a project that would help make people's lives just a little bit better.
Because I wanted to work for a company that lets me be me.
The energy and the culture.
The opportunity to travel and also to meet new people.
Because of the people and because I was looking for a company that I could grow with.
In order to join an exciting company.
In order to experience different areas of the country.
They give me the opportunity to work with people and not sit behind a computer all day.
I'm a FASTy. I'm a FASTy.
I'm a FASTy. I am a FASTy.
I am a FASTy.
I am a FASTy.
Hi, I'm Lauren.
There we go. So yeah, I mean, it's really is, I love that video because it really does show the pride that some of our employees have in being a FASTy and being a part of this awesome family. So yeah, I think that video is excellent. Now, in terms of what to expect with our interview process, essentially what happens and what we would look for at this point is reach out to us and apply. We'll have our contact information available for you guys. The application process and that interview process to go through that, we start out with just the online application. Takes less than 5 minutes to fill it out. We do go through a virtual interview as well. So that virtual interview would be one-on-one with, or really like myself typically, and then typically one of my architects on site would meet with you virtually and go through some different pseudocode questions, problem-solving activities. And then also we try to do a face-to-face interview as well. Now, obviously with COVID going on, a lot of these have been swapped to virtual interactions. So it'll just kind of depend on what the nature of that looks like when we schedule the interviews. But we have options for virtual interviews are also in site here in Wellington as well. So if you're interested to apply, you can definitely go to our website at fastenterprises.com. There's plenty of opportunities to go online and learn all about our culture through Glassdoor, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. You can definitely find all sorts of different stuff online all about us. And then we have some accolades as well that we're very, very proud of. So we've made the Fortune magazine's top 100 best places to work. And we've also made Great Place to Work has a magazine as well, where we've been nominated for the millennials category, the technology category, and the diversity category. And then People magazine has also named us a company that cares, and Glassdoor has named us a best places to work as well. So a lot of these different accolades are coming out of the voice of our employees. So it's due to their feedback on websites like Glassdoor that do earn us those accolades, and we're very, very proud of them. So Again, if you have any questions at all, I'm happy to answer those. If not, that's all right. Just visit our website, and like I said, you can apply online there. Looks like we have some questions in the chat. How does your organization ensure that you're uplifting Maori and Pacific communities? Are there measures in place to ensure that organizations' data and tech supports Indigenous worldview? It's a very good question, Corinne. So really, we work alongside our clients in order to implement kind of the solutions that they're looking for. And one of the areas that Inland Revenue is very, very keen on is making sure that we are providing opportunities to better represent Maori Pasifika communities. They're actually involved in TupuToa as well as a partner. So we are like I said, we're relatively new to TupuToa. This is our first year partnering with them, but it is one of our key initiatives to try to make sure that we are increasing our Maori and Pacific communities, especially represented within our organization. One of the challenges that we have as a international company moving into New Zealand, as we came with a bunch of expats, but since being here, we've increased our New Zealand presence significantly to the point where now we have 30 FASTs that are local hires here in New Zealand, with only about 15 expats left in the country. So it's something which we definitely are working hard to try to make sure that we are increasing and uplifting our Maori and Pacific communities. Good question. All right. I don't see any other questions. Like I said, if you do want to apply, the website is fastenterprises.com, and there's a link here in the chat for you as well. Back to you, Chef.
Thanks for sharing as well, Ryan, and thanks everyone for joining us for the session.